What's happening? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We finna cook today. Definitely finna cook today. Definitely finna cook today. We got a hell of a show. I got a hell of a show for y'all today. Make sure that when y'all come in the building, hit my like button. Hit my like button and jump in the comments. Let me know you're in the building. See who we got in the building. Let me see. My man, loyal to the game, boxing talk. My man, Kwame East, what it do? Macadose, Mac of the South, what's happening with it? John Kramer, what it do? There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, AJ64 in the building. Anthony Johnson in the building. Cortez Bowles in the building. My brother, the OG, Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. What's happening with it, Bruce Goes? Jason, what's happening with it? Anayan, what's happening with it? Delano Fab Sports, what's happening with it? Salute. Robert Pitch, what's good? Cortez Bowles. Yeah, when y'all coming, and like I said, everybody that's coming in the building, smashing my like button. And my man, Anthony Johnson, in that Cash App, man, I appreciate you always coming through, showing support. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm finna cook today. I got a whole lot to say. I'm finna cook today. DP Rocker, what's happening with it? And like I said, y'all smash on the like button. This weekend, wasn't really nothing popping this weekend like that. I didn't watch no boxing this weekend. And while I did go back and watch that Savannah Marshall fight, right? I did go watch that. But other than that, I didn't watch no boxing this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Get the smoke. Get this smoke. What's happening with it, Smoke? What it do? My man, W right side. He always on the right side. You'll never catch him on the wrong side. What's happening with it? W right side in the building. Darren Plott. Okay. That's what you think. That's your opinion. You know, shit. Bole, what's happening with it? Ruben Langford, what it do? The Queen, Kwee is in the building. Salute to you, Queen. Opulent LD, what it do? Yeah, like I said, it's going down this weekend, though, y'all. It's going down for real this weekend. These next 2 weekends, I'm excited for these next 2 weekends. And this weekend alone, we got Erickson, the Hammer, Lubin. Yeah, Erickson, Lubin against Fundora. That shit finna be lit this weekend. Y'all better believe it. What's happening with it? John Page. Batman in the building. What it do? Yeah, so I can't wait to this weekend and then the following weekend, Mr. Man Down. Yeah, that nigga with the shag is back. Yeah, y'all ain't seen that nigga with the shag. Last time y'all seen that nigga with the shag, you seen him for one round against Carlos Ocampos. That shit was in 2018. I think, June of 2018, matter of fact. Y'all ain't seen that nigga with the shag. And a lot of y'all forgot who that nigga with the shag really is. And he finna introduce y'all once again. And he finna let all y'all know who that nigga with the shag really is. Because I think y'all must have forgot. Yeah, a lot of y'all forgot who that nigga with the shag was. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. A lot going on. A lot of news been coming out this weekend, you know. And we're going to talk about it. Like I said, we definitely going to get into it. So make sure that you smash on the like button. Smash on my like button. Leon Robinson, what's happening with it? What it do? Like I said, this weekend I really didn't watch no fights. All I did is I went back on YouTube and watched the Savannah Marshall fight. She did her thing. I can't wait to her Cleressa Shields lock it up this summer. That, to me, Savannah Marshall and Cleressa Shields, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. That's big, right? But I'm saying, to me, Savannah Marshall and Cleressa Shields is the biggest fight in women's boxing history that can be made. In women's boxing history. You feel me? Don't get me wrong, I love the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fight. But to me, that fight ain't fucking with the Savannah Marshall and Cleressa Shields. You feel me? It ain't fucking with Savannah Marshall and Cleressa Shields. Frank De Niro, what's happening with it? He says Savannah Marshall has now done a quicker job than Cleressa Shields on two opponents. Did you see the confrontation in that fight? But that doesn't matter. That's just like saying that Manny Pacquiao was able to do a quicker job on Oscar De La Hoya than motherfucking Floyd Mayweather did. It don't matter. Those are two different styles of fighters. Cleressa Shields is not a knockout artist, but she is Floyd Mayweather in the ring when it comes to women's boxing. You know what I'm saying? She's on a whole different level when it comes to boxing. She's not a knockout artist though. But I think people get misconstrued with Cleressa Shields because when she talks, she wants to get knockouts, but that just ain't her. You know what I'm saying? She's just not a knockout artist like that. But she can box her ass off, and she gonna whoop you every round. She gonna whoop you every round. Jose 94, what's happening with it? But that fight with Cleressa Shields and Savannah Marshall, that's big to me, you know. And Savannah Marshall, right? Her people, they trying to have it in Savannah Marshall's backyard in her hometown, and Cleressa Shields said, "Nah, we gonna fight in the UK, but it's not gonna be in her backyard." You know what I'm saying? I'm already coming over here to the UK, giving up my home country, right? Because let's keep it 100. So Cleressa Shields is the name. Cleressa Shields is the multi-division undisputed champion, right? So she's already given up her A side just to make this fight happen. So no, I'm not gonna fight you in your hometown. We're gonna have this fight, and we're gonna have it in the UK, of course, but we're gonna have it in Wembley Stadium or the O2, one of these big arenas, because this fight is gonna be big. They support women's boxing in the UK. They don't support women's boxing in the United States. That's why they're not having it in the States. That's why they have it in the UK. So I understand why they having this fight in the UK, but we're not gonna have it in your backyard. We're gonna go to, somewhere that's not your backyard. It's not no neutral site for Cleressa Shields to fight Savannah Marshall in the UK, period. it ain't nothing neutral because that's her home country. But you know, yeah. Savannah Marshall is trained by Huey Fury. Yeah, Savannah Marshall's trained by the Furies. But that don't mean nothing. That's cool. He ain't gonna be able to train her how to outbox Cleressa Shields, and I did, like I said, and Cassandra Mason, salute. Yeah, right side. Just like my brother right side say, Cleressa Shields does everything better than Savannah Marshall except for the power. Savannah Marshall do got power. But I was watching her fight, what was it? Savannah, what was the lady's name? Let me see. Hold on. I can't think of the lady's name that she fought. I think it was Hasbin or something. It was Hermans. Famika Hermans. Yeah, but see, so I saw that fight, right? And Savannah Marshall was getting caught with shots. She was getting caught with shots, but you know, the girl that she was fighting was fighting on the back foot the whole time, trying to run and be elusive and everything. But I mean, come on, look at the competition. Look at the competition that Savannah Marshall's fighting. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. Did you miss me? Huh? Did you miss me? Hey, fucking, come on, y'all. Let's look at the competition that he's fighting. Did you miss me? Motherfucking Bernie and shit. But yeah, let's look at the competition that Savannah's fighting, y'all. Real talk. I mean, come on. Who the fuck is Hermes? Who is Hermes? You feel me? Like, come on. For Mika Hermans, don't nobody know who that was. She ain't fighting no tough competition. Come on. For Mika Hermans, come on. This lady got 12 wins. And she had 3 losses, so she was 12-3. Now she's 12-4. Come on, don't nobody know who she is. Who she didn't fight? She fought Cleressa Shields, and Cleressa Shields beat her every round. And Cleressa Shields fought her in 2018, right? So y'all sit here talking to me about, oh, Savannah Marshall did this, and Savannah, my man, fuck all that. Yeah, she's a good fighter. Respect to Savannah Marshall, but let's keep it 100. Y'all talking to me about Savannah Marshall knocking out this girl that Cleressa Shields already beat every single round 4 years ago. Cleressa Shields fought this lady with 6 fights. Cleressa Shields only had 6 fights under her belt and schooled her. Made her look like she shouldn't even been in the ring. But y'all high on Savannah Marshall knocking out another nobody? Come on. Like, get real. Get real. You know, Cleressa Shields is going to go in there and school Savannah Marshall. I guarantee y'all, she going to go in there and school Savannah Marshall. That shit that Savannah Marshall be catching these other women with, she won't be able to touch Cleressa Shields with that. And Savannah Marshall don't have good defense. She fights with her hands down. You know what I'm saying? She tries to, use upper body movement and slip punches. She can't do all of that shit with Cleressa Shields. It's going to be a whole nother level. And she's slow. Cleressa Shields is about to school this woman. So y'all can, y'all can look at Savannah Marshall because she's knocking out these nobodies and let that shit hype you up if you want to. All I got to say is whenever they fight this summer, Cleressa Shields and Savannah Marshall will be fighting. And when the fight go down, keep the same energy. And give Cleressa Shields all of her respect. Give her all of her respect because she will be taking Savannah Marshall's strap and she will be undisputed again. That's just what it is. Savannah Marshall gonna be in for a rude awakening because the opponent level that she's been in the ring with is some trash. The opponent level she's been in the ring with is some trash, and Cleressa Shields has been fighting the best. She's been fighting the best. In women's boxing, a lot of these women we don't know, so I'm not gonna act like we know all these women, but Cleressa Shields has fought the best. And in different weight classes. She going up and down in weight like an elevator, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So y'all hit my like button. Let me check the likes because I already know y'all ain't hit the like button. I know a lot of y'all ain't hit the like button. Let's see what we looking like on the likes. Let me see. Let's see what we looking like on the likes. Yeah, y'all got to get the likes up. Get the likes up. Smash on the like and get the likes up. Darren Platt says, you right, Marshall, she don't got great feet. Like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from her, but she's just not the fighter that Cleressa Shields is. You know what I'm saying? And if you know boxing, you can see that. You can see that. Knockouts, people get mesmerized by knockouts, right? Fight fans get mesmerized by knockouts because it brings excitement to the sport. But boxing is much more than being able to go in there and having power. You know what I'm saying? It's much more than being able to go in there and have power. Because when you get in the ring with somebody that is better than you all around and you just got power and you used to knocking everybody out, what is your plan B? What are you going to go to when, you can't land the shots that you land against these other women? When you're in the ring with an elite woman that is not afraid of you, right? That's putting you back and making you, go backwards on your back foot. Can you fall out? Can you fight off the back foot? Can you fight off the back foot? Do you know how to go to a plan B and a C when you can't knock your opponent out? Can you outthink Cleressa Shields in the ring? Is your ring IQ higher? Are you faster than her? You don't have none of those attributes over her. You don't have none of that over her. So, like I said, and y'all men better start putting some respect on these women fighters' names, for real. Y'all better start putting some respect on these women fighters because women's boxing, like I told y'all months ago, women's boxing is going all the way up. And start putting some respect on these women because they fighting each other. A lot of these men ain't fighting each other. These women, they're doing whatever they got to do to get the job done, to be able to get in the ring with each other. You see, for years, it was a discrepancy with Cleressa Shields and Savannah Marshall fight getting made because they was on the different sides of the street, right? But what did they do? They both said, man, fuck this. We're going to shake away and we're going to get on the same platform so we can fight each other. Yeah. You feel me? So, yeah, like Kwee said, these women is showing up and showing out. But see, y'all ain't putting no respect on their name. A lot of y'all niggas is still, I don't want to watch women's boxing because they should be in the kitchen cooking. Man, fuck all that soft ass shit y'all talking. Put some respect on their name. You know what I'm saying? Some of these women putting in more work than the men are. And women's boxing, a lot of times, is a lot more exciting than these men in the ring. I got to keep it 100 because they going all out. They're going all out. So, yeah, I can't wait for this Cleressa Shields and Savannah Marshall fight to take place. They should be, we should be getting an announcement within the next, within the next 3 weeks. You feel me? I think within the next 3 weeks. Ashley's Corner in the building. Salute to the queen, Ashley's Corner. Yeah. And Kwee and Ashley, great show this weekend. Great show this weekend. Darren Platt says, if you ain't got a plan B, you ain't confident in your plan A. No, if you don't have a plan B in boxing, you a goddamn fool. Because I don't know how long you've been watching boxing. I don't know if you ever even been in the ring before. But I'm letting you know, if you don't have a plan B, you got to be a goddamn fool. Because if you fighting, once you get to the elite level, you know what I'm saying? The fight might not go how you think it's going to go. So when the fight don't go how you think it's going to go, you need a plan B. Sometimes you might need a plan C. And that all comes with ring IQ and knowledge and experience. So yeah, I 150% disagree with you on that statement. Now, if you just in there with some Rudy poop, you feel me? If you just in there with some Rudy poop that you know that you're going to walk through, well, yeah, you might not have a plan B. But when two elite fighters is fighting each other, you better have a plan B. And that's what I'm saying. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. If y'all are so mesmerized because Marshall has power, if y'all so mesmerized because Marshall has power, if you root for Savannah Marshall, you better hope that she has a plan B and a plan C. You better hope that she's able to make adjustments in that ring. Because if she ain't, it's going to be a very long night for her, and it's going to be a very easy night for Cleressa Shields. My man, Ultimate Fight Club, one of the best trainers in the whole U.S. What's happening with it? Ultimate Fight Club, my man in the building. He says, facts, ETB, in life in general, always need a plan B. Yes, because things might not go how you plan. Ricky Williams in the building, Mr. Make the fucking fight. Mr. Yeah, he a good little fighter. Yeah, Ricky Williams, what's happening with it? Nitty G, what's happening with it? My man Smooth Groove in the building from that Oak Cliff, USA, always coming through, showing love and studding up. He say, come through showing love on my birthday. Good. He says, good Lord, let me see another one. Salute my man. Man, on his birthday, he coming through support. Drop your Cash App. Drop your Cash App, Smooth Groove. Drop your Cash App in the link, Smooth Groove, so people can show you love and support on your birthday. Yes, sir. My man, Smooth Groove. It's a blessing, man, especially all the men and women that we've seen pass. Just, just these last 2 years, I didn't seen a lot go. So it's definitely a blessing to still be here. And happy birthday, my man. Yeah, and y'all hit my like button. If you're in the building, smash on the like button. Smash on the like button. Let me type it in so I can pin it. Let me type it in. Y'all give me a second. Let me type it in so I can pin it in the chat. And y'all can y'all can go to Smooth Groove and show him some love, because he always, coming through supporting everybody. Hold on, I'm typing it in so I could. It should be all one word, right, Smooth Groove? Hold on. I think it's money signs. Yeah, I think it should be all one word. Let me know. I'm gonna pin it in the chat. So let me know if it's right. There we go. There we go. So it should be right. And y'all get the likes up. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? Wipe your feet. It's only 1 month. Oh, shit. It's only $1 sign. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Yeah, y'all go show Smooth Groove Boxing some love on his birthday, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The product of Oak Cliff, USA. Yeah. So like I said, it's a lot. This crazy. This fit 2022, y'all, might be the biggest year in boxing that we've had. Damn. Y'all help me out. I don't think that we had 2017 was big because we had Errol Spence and Kell Brook, a fight everybody was looking for. We had Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman, a fight where everybody was looking for. We had we had what else we had in 2017? We had Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev, the rematch. Everybody was looking for that. So 2017 was a big year, but I think 2022 might beat out 2017. 2022 might be the biggest year in boxing since I can't even think in a long, long time. If we get, let's see, what fights we getting Jamel Charlo, Brian Castano undisputed. We getting what else we getting? We getting, hopefully we gonna get the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, right? What else we get? It's Savannah Marshall, Cleressa Shields. You know what I'm saying? Put that up there with the best of the best. Katie Taylor's Amanda Serrano. Put that up there with the best of the best. Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez, another fight that we've been wanting to see for a long time. You feel me? We get Devin Haney and George Kambosos. You feel me? I mean, this year might go down in history as one of the biggest years in boxing ever. In a long time. I ain't gonna say ever, but in a long time. In a long, long time. Probably, definitely in the last 10 years. The biggest year in boxing in the last 10 years. So, we know how boxing do. We just got to keep our fingers crossed that we get all these fights. And more news, y'all. More news. My man, Kwame East. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? We all support each other. Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. He says he just sent some birthday love to Smooth Groove. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'll see you, Smooth Groove. We 2 weeks away. We less than 2 weeks away. You feel me? And Ruben Langford, yeah, this year is on point. This year is on point. You feel me? And we had to do it. We had to do it, y'all. And we getting Gervonta Tank Davis. He finally getting the motherfucking shackles off. They finally, you know what I'm saying? Gervonta Tank Davis is finally getting the shackles off. He finally get to go outside and he get to go, you know what I'm saying, jump off the porch and play with the big boys this year. So this shit finna be, man, this whole year, I can't wait. I can't wait. But let's talk about my man, Rashidi Ellis. Rashidi Ellis is coming to the PBC after being on motherfucking solitary confinement for years and years. Rashidi Ellis been on lockdown, on solitary confinement. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been able to call nobody. He ain't been able to see no daylight for years and years. And Rashidi Ellis is finally with the PBC. Yeah. The PBC is making big moves, y'all. The PBC is making big moves, y'all. My man Batman said shit. It's 3 undisputed fights. That's history. Right. PBC is making big moves, y'all. Yeah, J.A. Dixon, what's happening with it? My man Jawan Ramos, what's happening with it? PBC making big history. Rashidi Ellis in boots. Oh, shit. Jawan, let me call, man. We need to call PBC and get Jawan. He need to be doing the matchmaking. You dig? Jawan needs to be doing the matchmaking because that's a hell of a fight. Rashidi Ellis is going to be a problem for one of your favorite fighters. I don't know who your favorite fighter is in the welterweight division, but he just might be a problem for your favorite fighter in the welterweight division because Rashidi Ellis can go. But let me pull up Rashidi Ellis' box rec because I know he ain't fought in a long, long time. Rashidi Ellis, I think it's been since what, 2019? 2019 was his last fight. We're going to see. I'm pulling it up right now. So Rashidi Ellis ain't fought since October of 2020. Almost 2 years Rashidi Ellis been, you know what I'm saying, in solitary confinement. That man ain't even seen no air. I mean, he ain't even seen no light. You feel me? He ain't even seen no light. But he will be back. He will be back. And he coming back with a vengeance, y'all. Who y'all want to see Rashidi Ellis in the ring with? Who y'all want to see Rashidi Ellis in the ring with? And my man, OTB Boxing Class 101. What's happening with it? And there you go. Coach is in the building. What it do, Coach? Yeah, Teach. Yeah, Rashidi Ellis. It ain't really, nah, we ain't gonna do Rashidi Ellis like that, Teach. I gotta correct you right there, right? It's not the Keith Thurman layoff. The Keith Thurman was a product of his own choice. Rashidi Ellis, you know what I'm saying? Shit, he was in the pen. He was locked down on solitary confinement over there at Golden Boy for years. And they was just playing with his career. But now, he finally out. He finally a free man. And he over on the PBC. And he finna get it popping, y'all. He finna get it popping. So, everybody want to put Danny Garcia in the ring with somebody. Caleb Drip say Danny Garcia. He want to see Ellis versus Danny Garcia. Y'all is on Danny Garcia. Hell me. People making up bullshit ass news about Danny Garcia. Everybody is trying to throw Danny Garcia in the fire. And we're going to talk about that shit in a little bit, right? They just forcing Danny Garcia to stay at 147. Y'all going to force Danny Garcia to stay at welterweight. Ashley's Corner said Conor Ben versus Speedy. Well, that's a good fight, but Conor Ben, he got a fight coming up soon. And Conor Ben, he don't want to fight none of these elite fighters. Or let's say he don't want to fight none of the top young fighters. He don't. Conor Ben, he calling out cats like Adrian Broner and Kell Brook, Amir Khan. Conor Ben ain't gonna take no fight like that, but that would be a good fight. You feel me? That'd be a hell of a fight. Conor Ben and Rashidi Ellis. I like that fight. Juwan Romo says Cody Crowley, Stanionis, or Boots. Well, all of them, they got fights coming up, y'all. With Rashidi Ellis, he can't wait on them to have a fight and then wait on them to rest, 4-5 months and get in the training camp. And then, Rashidi Ellis, he needs some smoke soon. Because, Rashidi been training. He do stay in the gym and he do stay ready. So, they'll probably throw him in there with kind of like a tune-up. As he just signed with a new promoter, the PBC. They're not going to throw him in there with a big name right off the rip. I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? Coming off a long-ass layoff. They probably going to want to put him in the ring with somebody where he can look good in his PBC debut. And then put him in with the bigger names. At least that's what I would do, right? If I got a talent that's coming over to my promotional company, right? And I want to get the best out of him, I'm not finna throw him in there with a big name where he could possibly take an L. And I'm not saying that he gonna lose to none of these dudes, but I'm just saying you don't want to throw him in there with a big name where he could possibly take an L. And now you just signed this fighter, and now he got an L on his record when he was undisputed. When he was undefeated before. Well, that Sandor Martin ain't gonna happen. Sandor Martin fights on the zone. Ashley's Corner says Lipinets. That's a good fight. I like that. That's a good fight. Lipinus is a good fight for Rashidi Ellis coming, you know what I'm saying, coming back from a long layoff and signing with a new promoter. J.A. Dixon says as long as it's not Barrios. I actually like that fight. I like that fight, the Barrios fight. I like that Barrios fight because Barrios, he's a solid opponent. That's a solid opponent. And that's a fight that I see Rashidi Ellis winning. Nah, Manny, nah. I don't want to see nobody beat Thomas. Thomas Delorme need to go ahead and sit it down. I don't want to see none of these niggas in the ring. I'm sick of seeing if your name is Delorme, motherfucking if your name is Thomas Delorme, what's my man name that's finna fight on the Aerosmith undercard, the Cuban? Gamboa. If your name is Thomas Delorme, Gamboa, or that other Cuban fighter that got the brother, they be having the weird ass hair and shit. What's it? Bartholomew. If you a Bartholomew, a motherfucking Delorme, or a Gamboa, I don't want to see you in the ring with nobody. Them niggas is used up. They didn't use them niggas up over and over and over. I don't want to see no Bartholomews, no motherfucking Delormes, or no Gamboas. I don't want to see that shit no more. Leave them niggas. Yeah, them niggas, I don't want to see them on my TV. Them niggas is washed up, fresh off spin cycle. For real. Speedy versus Van Heerden. Nah, that ain't possible. My man, Conor Ben is finna fight Chris Van Heerden. Yeah, that's Conor Ben's fight. He got a fight coming up with Chris Van Heerden. J.A. Dixon, come on, man. Y'all can't tell me I'm lying. Them three motherfuckers right there, they washed up. You know what I'm saying? They just throw them in the ring with anybody. Okay, you need somebody to beat on, we're going to put you in there with Gamboa. Okay, you need somebody to beat on, we're going to put you in there with Thomas Delorme. Oh, you need somebody to beat on, we're going to put you in there with one of these motherfucking Bartholomew brothers. Rances and shit. A fucking Rances Bartholomew. Yeah, nah, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see that shit. I ain't trying to see that, y'all. Coach says, Alexa Rocha. Well, that ain't possible because Alexa Rocha, he fights on DAZN. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta get y'all sides of the streets right. Y'all gotta get your sides of the streets right. Y'all know good and damn well that PBC ain't doing business with no DAZN like that. We gotta come up with fighters that's on the same side of the street. Mox G. I like that. Mox G. Mox G said Robert Guerrero or Victor Ortiz. They still have names. The only reason I like Robert Guerrero and Victor Ortiz, they still got names. And they actually fought each other, and they exciting fighters. Oh shit. Y'all gotta excuse me. My allergies messing up on me bad. Hold on. Oh shit. Joe the Beast said he could push Mikey Garcia into retirement. Mikey Garcia ain't finna fight him because Mikey Garcia, he adamant. He said he not fighting unless it's a big name. And Rashidi Ellis is a hell of a fighter, but he ain't a big enough name for Mikey Garcia. Yeah, the Ghost is a good fight. Ashley's Corner said Samuel Vargas. So you want another nigga to beat up on Samuel Vargas, Ashley. You want Samuel Vargas, another one of them dudes that he washed up to. I'm going to put him with the Bartholomews and the goddamn Gamboas. Everybody that whooped on Samuel Vargas. Hey, but Samuel Vargas ain't that bad. He ain't as bad as the goddamn Delorme. I don't want to see Delorme in there with nobody. For real. The only thing with a ring I want to see Delorme in is motherfucking washing the ring around his tub out. Other than that, I don't want to hear Delorme and ring in the same sentence. Josito Lopez got a fight coming up on Errol Spence's undercard, Mike. Yeah, Josito Lopez is out. Man, y'all don't be keeping up with boxing. Y'all got to start keeping up with boxing and who fighting. Y'all got to start keeping up with who got fights coming up. Big brother in life says Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri just got knocked out, and I don't even know if Chris Algieri gonna fight again. I think Chris Algieri he gonna retire. I think he retired. He going back into retirement. We need to give. Let's not do Speedy Rashidi Ellis like that. We got to give him somebody decent. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's look up, and y'all hit my like button. Let's look up for Speedy Rashidi Ellis. Let's look up the PBC welterweight roster. Let's look at the PBC welterweight roster, and we're gonna see. Let's see who they got under their roster. I'm gonna read them to y'all. If I can find them. Hold on. Here we go. And y'all hit the like button. If you're just coming in the building, or if you've been in the building and ain't hit the like button, y'all smash on the like button. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the PBC welterweight roster. Let me see. Fighters. Okay. Let me see. I got the roster up, but okay. So you got Devin Alexander. I love Devin Alexander, but that's a no for me. Who else? I got to go through all these fighters because they don't got it separated into divisions. Mario Barrios. We already talked about Mario Barrios. Francis Bartholomew. That is a no for me. Who else? Andre Bertle, that's a no. Adrian Brunner, although Adrian Brunner is on the comeback, that is a no. Speedy will make Adrian Brunner look like he should have never came back. Let me see. Who else we got? In the 147-pound division, Luis Collazo. Collazo, that's a no. That I have to say a no to Luis Collazo. Nah, he too old. Cody Crawley, he got a fight coming up against Josecito Lopez on the Errol Spence undercard. Let me see. Who else we got? Justin DeLoach, but he's good, but we don't know if he's gonna fight at 154 or 147. Speedy Rashidi Ellis versus Justin DeLoach, that could be a good fight, depending on if DeLoach is gonna fight at 147. Who else we got? Delorme, that's a no. Robert Easter, that's a no. Because Robert Easter, he fight at 140 anyway. Omar Figueroa Jr. He ain't fighting that. Why they got Omar Figueroa? Yeah, Omar Figueroa is a good fight for Speedy Rashidi Ellis. That's a good fight for Rashidi Ellis. Jamal James is a good fight for Rashidi Ellis. I like Jamal James. I like those fights. It's too many fighters for me to look through. But yeah, Rashidi Ellis, man, I'm just looking forward for him get back in the ring. And y'all hit the like button because we finna get to really start cooking, y'all. Y'all get the likes up. We finna really, really get into it, y'all. We finna get into it. My man, Knockout Boxer 86 TV. What's happening with it? Y'all hit my like button, get the likes up because we getting ready to get into it, right? And I heard a lot of y'all niggas, oh, such and such didn't report that. Why the news didn't come out? Right? When I reported and I told y'all, right? I'm trying to give y'all some game, right? I was trying to give y'all some game on the Terence Crawford situation, right? I was trying to give y'all some game when I dropped the video, and I told y'all, I said, hey, Terence Crawford, he didn't sign with the PBC, right? He's signed with the PBC. Now, let me break it down for a lot of y'all that didn't understand, and for you, and for all of y'all that was, why didn't such and such report it? And I'm gonna tell y'all why it hasn't been reported yet. And I don't care what niggas coming in my comments talking about, oh, well, such and such said such and such on his channel. I ain't caring about all that. That's cool for them. But I said what I said because I know who I talk to behind the scenes. And I'm gonna get into that, right? I'm gonna get into all of that. So y'all get my likes up so we can get to cooking on this situation, right? Y'all get the likes up. Because when another nigga or somebody else reports some shit, I don't get up under nobody comments and tell them, oh, well, such and such didn't say it. Yeah, it's a reason why they haven't come out and reported none of that stuff. It is a reason. You feel me? It's a reason behind all of that. But like I said, when people was coming out reporting the Danny Garcia shit, y'all was running with that shit, right? When people was coming out to put, yeah, J.A. Dixon. Right, J.A. Dixon, you was one of the first ones. Well, why are you coming out with all this breaking? Why I ain't heard the white people come out and say that shit? Why the Michael Bensons? Okay, it's a reason. I'm not Michael Benson. I'm not now one of them. I don't have to abide by the same rules they do. You feel me? I don't have to. I don't give a goddamn about a media pass. I pay for my tickets. I don't even apply for that bitch ass media shit because that just ain't my cup of tea. It ain't my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? I could if I wanted to, but it's not my cup of tea. So I don't have to abide by the same rules that they do. And I know who I talk to behind the scenes. So I'm gonna get into that, right? I'm gonna get into all of that, and we're gonna cook on it. I know some of my brothers want to talk about this situation too. So, you know, I'm gonna drop the link and I'm gonna give y'all a chance to come up here if you want to. If not, I'm gonna cook on it. Regardless. So I'm gonna drop 4 links. So I'm telling y'all right now, I'm only letting 4 of y'all get on the panel if you want to cook. Only 4 of y'all can get on the panel because I'm not trying to be on here for no 4 hours today talking about this shit. But 4 people can get on the panel. So if you want to grab a link, the link is right there in the chat. Before I get to cooking on this situation and explain it to y'all. And I wasn't even really supposed to say nothing myself, but you know, I'm not gonna give away my source and where I got the information from, right? I wasn't really supposed to say nothing myself, but like I said, I don't gotta abide by the same rules that you know other people do. And I'm
I made the cut. I made the cut. I made
What's
the cut.
With it?
What's good?
Kwame and Knockout.
What's good, Kwame? What up, Key? Right side, I see you. Everybody in the chat. What's up, man? Chilling. Salute.
Man, let me get this screen fixed. So y'all, man, how y'all feeling today?
Man, it's a great day, man. It's a great day, man. I feel so vindicated because so much bullshit I've been through in these last 4 years of this whole Errol Spence, Terence Crawford shit, and I've been correct from the very beginning. I said Bob Arum is the problem. As soon as Bob Arum get out the way, the fight is gonna get made. I said this a long time ago.
Right. And my brother Batman, like I said, if you want to jump on Batman, I I'll let you jump. You of course you already know you can jump on, but that's all the links I'm gonna drop for today. But
Man, I'm feeling good. Not only just this, bro, but I'm so excited for boxing this weekend, bro. Like
man, I can't
I'm
wait.
just a kid in the candy store over here, bro. I'm literally talking to y'all and looking at fights at the same time, getting ready for the show on Thursday,
Hey,
bro.
knock
I'm
out my
just hyped
kids.
right now, dog.
My kids finna be mad at me this weekend, so I gotta do something for them on. I have to do something for them on Sunday. So I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna have to let them know. Okay, it's boxing today, but on Sunday we gonna go do something fun. So I'm gonna have to do something fun with them on Sunday because if I don't, they gonna be bugging me. When is boxing? Another boxing match, Daddy? So
I'm the same. Hey, look, bro. I'm the same way. I'm like, what y'all want to do Friday? Hey, I'll cook today. I'll cook tomorrow. What y'all need done this week? Cause come Saturday, I ain't shit.
yeah,
I ain't shit
Saturday,
in front of the
yeah,
TV.
yeah. Saturday, I'm
definitely
sorry, but I'm
told
gonna
him.
be focused on boxing.
Man, we in the
What's
house.
happening
You
with
gotta
it,
watch it
OTB?
too. What's
Huh?
happening to the chat, man? What's happening with the family, man?
What's happening?
Yeah, man. I told my kids the same thing, man. We in the house. You watching boxing too, sir?
Yeah, see, we gonna have to win. Yeah, Saturday we watching boxing, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to.
all y'all youngsters got to worry about that. All my goddamn cheering grown men now.
Yeah, all yours drawn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
But
lucky.
you know what?
You lucky.
You know what? I'm gonna try what I did with basketball. So they had got in trouble, right? And so I was like, you got to sit right here on this couch and don't move. But it was during the, you know what I'm saying, the basketball tournament. So, and it worked too. So what I did, I said, you know what? I'm gonna see if they interested in basketball, right? So I said, okay, you gotta pick a team, right? I said, both of y'all gotta pick a team. And whoever team win is the one that get to pick the movie that they want to watch later on tonight when we had movie time. So man, they getting excited. Man, they got deep off into that basketball game. They was more into that game than I was. Then they got to say, Daddy, is there gonna be another game on tomorrow? We love watching basketball. We didn't think we were gonna like this like that. So I'm gonna try it with the boxing, right? I'm gonna try it with the boxing and see if they like it, you know, see if they get into it.
Show them what they watching, man. Show them what they
watching.
watching.
Yeah, you know, make it interesting for them.
You feel me?
Damn, J.A. Dixon said he got a wedding on Saturday and a funeral on Sunday. Damn, man. My condolences to you.
Yeah, my condolences on the funeral, J.A. But shit, if it's a wedding, shit, it depends. Unless it's a close, fast family member, bro, we just gonna check out the wedding registry and send their ass a gift on Saturday. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't putting like if you a homeboy, if you a friend or something. Look, man, I'm sorry, bro. I can't. I gotta do this for my channel. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Right.
I can't be missing the fights, bro.
Hey, straight up and down. Straight up and down. So, man, Ashley say, who else fighting this Saturday? So we got Lubin and Fundora. We got my man. We got my man Super Bad. We got my man Super Bad fighting this weekend. Who else we got? We got Ryan Garcia and Emmanuel Tegu. Man, go ahead and give him the rundown. I know you got it all. I know you got.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I just didn't want to butt in, bro. You got Tony Harrison versus Sergio Garcia. That's the co-main on the Lubin card. Sergio Garcia is a dude that just fought Fundora, and people felt like he beat Fundora. So that's a good ass fight. Y'all know who Tony Harrison is. Lubin Fundora, like he said. You got Triple G and Murata fighting on the same card. You got the flyweight champion Junto Nakatani fighting. Ryan Garcia versus Togo. You got Michaela Meyer versus Jennifer Hahn. If you like the women's boxing on ESPN.
Wait, hold on. Pause real quick. I thought Michaela Meyer fought this weekend. I thought I missed it.
She fight on Saturday, bro.
Man, I was searching on YouTube, man. I thought I missed the fight, so I ain't missing nothing this weekend.
Okay, you ain't missing nothing. She the headliner for the ESPN card. Then you got Ryan Garcia. He's headlining the zone card. Triple G is headlining the other DAZN card. Then you got Lubin and Fundora, bro. You got like 3 or 4 cards. Literally from the time that Triple G card started, I think it started like 1 or 2 o'clock. From that time for the whole rest of the night, bro, you got boxing until like Sunday morning at 1 a.m., bro. Shit gonna be lit. Man. Triple G fighting Murata, Opulent LD, the WBA champion. That's a unification fight.
Yeah, I hope Murata beat his ass.
I'm praying Murata beat his ass because then Canelo, we don't have to see no Canelo versus Triple G.
Yep.
But so let's get into the news I want to talk about, y'all. Let's get into the news I want to talk about. Now, so we heard everybody coming out with this news that Danny Garcia and Terence Crawford was fighting. We heard people coming out with news, right? First, where I seen it first, I seen people all over Facebook, right? This is where I seen it. I seen people all over Facebook coming out with the news saying that Terence Crawford have a two fight deal, and the first fight was gonna be Danny Garcia. So immediately when I seen that shit, somebody got noise in the background. You gotta put your mic on mute. Everybody put their mic on mute. Think that was not Batman shit. But anyway, immediately when I seen this news all over Facebook, I was like, this shit don't make no sense to me. Why would Terence Crawford fight Danny Garcia? Like, why would Danny Garcia come back in his first fight off of over a year and a half layoff and an L, stay at 147 pounds and fight Terence Crawford? So I said, so I get to doing my research, right? Get to doing my research. And the first thing that I see when I do my research, I see, hold on, let me pull it up for y'all. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it up for y'all and let y'all hear it for yourself. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm pulling it up. Hold on. Okay, here it is, right? So I'm doing my research, right? And Danny Garcia, he speaks on a Terence Crawford fight, right? And this is what he said. I'm gonna just play it for y'all, and then we're gonna get back. Hold on. Here we go.
I would love to fight Thurman again. I would love to fight Kell Brook. Crawford, maybe. I would love to fight Mikey Garcia, or potentially a Crawford fight. Right. Not next, but that's a big fight because we have a history, and I feel like he needs somebody like me. Like I said before, there's no big fight in the welterweight division without Danny Garcia. All you gotta do is look at the numbers. Or potentially a Crawford fight. Right. Not next. Or potentially a Crawford fight. Right. Not next.
Yeah. So y'all hear that? So y'all hear that clearly? He says. So he wasn't even gonna say Terence Crawford's name if he hadn't asked. He was naming everybody but Terence Crawford. He was naming Keith Thurman, Mikey Garcia. He even said Kell Brook. And they like, well, what about Terence Crawford? Like, well, yeah, I'll fight Terence Crawford, but not next. But then we got everybody coming out with news saying, oh, Danny Garcia and Terence Crawford fight next. But then when I come out news, you niggas got a nerve enough to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, right? The same niggas that believe that Danny Garcia and Terence Crawford is fighting next is the same niggas that'll tell me, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. You putting out fake news. But make this shit make sense to me. The man said out of his own mouth, it's a good fight, but I'm not fighting him next. And you could just use common sense. Why would he fight Terence Crawford next? You feel me? I'm going to come off a year and a half layoff, off a loss, and I'm going to get right back in the ring with Terence Crawford for his PBC debut? Does that even make sense? That don't make no sense.
It makes sense to me.
Well, a lot of shit makes sense to you, coach.
You know why it makes sense to me?
It don't make no sense at all.
It makes sense to me because if you really, the thing about it is he ain't got balls he don't have balls like motherfucking Errol Spence. Because a nigga came off a fucking car accident and
Well,
fought
let me
your
say,
bitch ass.
let me say this, okay? We're talking about Danny Garcia, coach. We're not talking about.
I understand that, but
we talk.
I'm giving you a comparison.
But hold on. Let me finish, right? He's not Errol Spence, and we're talking about Danny Garcia, the same guy that fans for years were saying that he was a cherry picker. Fans for years was complaining about Danny Garcia, talking about he was a cherry picker. So if he anywhere near cherry picker, does that sound like a man that'll come off a 1.5 layoff and a loss and hop in the ring with Terence Crawford? No, it didn't make sense when the stories came out. Like I said, so let me continue. So so he said it. So ain't nothing to talk about. You heard him say it himself. He ain't fighting him next. So ain't nothing to argue about. It ain't nothing to talk about. Let's get past that. That ain't happening. Right? That shit ain't happening. Right? So then I said, okay, I know people that's very, very close to Terence Crawford's camp, right? That talk to them. So I said, you know what? Let me call and let me see what's going on. Right? Let me call him. Let me see what's going on. So the information that I put out was from somebody that's very close to Terence Crawford's camp. That, yeah, Terence Crawford. Now, a lot of people get shit misconstrued. No, Terence Crawford has not signed the deal to fight Keith Thurman. Nah, we don't even know what the fuck Keith Thurman is doing. And of course, he ain't signed the deal to fight Errol Spence. Errol Spence, he got to get past Ugas first. But he has signed with the PBC. He signed a 2-fight deal with PBC, right? They haven't finalized. They don't know who the 2 fights are going to be yet, right? But but the 2 fights that they want him to fight are Keith Thurman, and he said himself, right? From who I was talking to, he told them himself that he hadn't even heard nothing about no Danny Garcia, right? Danny Garcia wasn't even on the table. So I don't know where people getting this Danny Garcia shit from, right? He said he hadn't even heard nothing about Danny Garcia. So the 2 fights, right, that PBC want, they want him to fight Keith Thurman, but we don't know what Keith Thurman is doing. We don't even know we ain't even heard nothing from Keith Thurman. But this is the fights that they want. They want it to be Keith Thurman, and if everything goes like it's supposed to, they want it to be Errol Spence after Keith Thurman, right? And so people say, well, why haven't they announced this shit? Well, why Michael Benson and whatever these white dudes, because y'all love to fucking get the information from the white people and y'all don't say shit, right? Well, why haven't they announced it yet? The reason they haven't announced it is because you have, on PBC, you have Errol Spence and your Dennis Ugas. They have a huge fight coming up. If they announce that Terence Crawford has signed with the PBC, what you think the whole fucking thing is going to be? Right? What do you think the whole headline is going to be? Fight week of Errol Spence and your Dennis Ugas. It's going to be Terence Crawford. And all the reporters are going to be asking Ugas and Errol Spence about Terence Crawford. It's going to overshadow the whole event. They don't want to be asking all these questions answering all these questions about Terence Crawford when they fighting each other. Use common sense. That's why they haven't announced it. They're going to wait until after the Errol Spence fight to announce it. Now, like I said, details and all of that shit, they still working on all of that. I don't know how much, they did tell me how much how much he said that he gonna be getting, but I'm not even finna get into all of that, right? I'm not finna get into all of that. But I mean, it just, y'all gotta use common sense sometime. But I'm sick of niggas always, oh well, such and such said. I don't give a fuck what such and such said. I know what I said. I know who I talked to, and it is that's just what it is. Just like such and such got sources, I got sources too that I can go talk to. You feel me? So and some of y'all just need to do better research yourself, because some of this information, like the Danny Garcia shit, that shit is right there for you to go research and hear what Danny Garcia said on his own. But if y'all want to believe that Danny Garcia and Terence Crawford is in the works, y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. But don't tell me what, you know what I'm saying? But don't come up under my shit telling me, oh, what ain't true and what's happening, this and all of that. But in another thing, y'all, just think about this. Danny Garcia and Al Heyman have a very, very tight, close relationship. Unless Danny Garcia was going to Al Heyman and saying, hey, Bud is coming over here, put me in the Bud fight. Al Heyman not even finna do Danny Garcia like that. He ain't finna throw Danny Garcia in no Bud Crawford fight and make him fight Bud Crawford. You feel me? But man, Kwame, I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook on this. Kwame, you sleep? I heard you breathing hard over there. You sleep?
No, I was on mute, man. You had me on mute. Yeah.
I got it. Let me take.
Yeah, man. I think it's common sense. Basically, what you're saying, that Danny Garcia wouldn't be fighting Terence Crawford next. That makes no sense. You know, his first loss that he took to Keith Thurman, he took a lot of time off. You know, and then when he come back from those type of fights that he lose, he always take a tune up or easy like a showcase type fight to get his confidence back. So I already know he wasn't going to jump into no ring with no Terence Crawford. That ain't his style. That's not in his DNA. You know, he liked to fight. You know, in these type of situations, he liked to come back and fight people like what's the dude Granados. He liked them type of fights. You know, smaller guys moving up that he could knock out. So I don't want to see Danny Garcia. To be quite honest, Danny Garcia has never done nothing at 147 to begin with, besides fight for a vacant belt against a washed up what's his name, Robert Guerrero. So he hasn't beaten anybody, so that would improve anything. And then also based on, you know, the rumor of the numbers that was coming out that Terence Crawford would get paid, I don't think they would pay him that to fight no Danny Garcia. They trying to build the Errol Spence fight big, and Keith Thurman can sell a fight. Keith Thurman also said when he was asked about fighting Terence Crawford when he fought Barrios, he said he needed a couple more months to get prepared to fight Terence Crawford. Give him a couple months. Like you always say, Keith, you may not like what Keith Thurman say, but he keep it 100, even if it make him look bad. He said, I need a couple more months. So to me, that would make more sense. I also think that Keith Thurman don't have a choice. He has to fight Terence Crawford, because I feel like based on all of his inactivity, he really effed up PBC from the beginning with the inactivity, because him and Errol Spence were supposed to fight years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were supposed to fight years ago. Then he came back. Then he took another layoff after the Manny Pacquiao. So there ain't gonna be, if he ducks Terence Crawford, I don't think they're gonna get that man any more paydays. Right. Keith Thurman. Because it's easy for them to move on without Keith Thurman. Because I mean, they're already kind of doing that, so to speak. But Keith Thurman, I think that would be a great fight. It'd be a good stylistic fight. I'm still going to pick Crawford. I don't believe that Keith Thurman has been active enough to beat a Terence Crawford. I don't think Keith Thurman also has just basically there's already a blueprint on how to beat him. Manny Pacquiao did it. You know, there's a way to beat him. It's been shown that he can be beat, and how. And I believe Terence Crawford would be able to do that. And then he can't take body shots either. You know, like, you know, Terence Crawford, I just feel at this point is, I don't want to say a whole level above Keith Thurman, because if this was the Keith Thurman before all the layoffs, I would say, you know, I would have probably gave the edge to Keith Thurman. But I feel like there's a certain amount of hunger in Keith Thurman that's missing for his own career in boxing. I don't know if it's him getting married or having a kid, or whatever the case may be, or just getting comfortable, or boxing just getting old. Because people, you know, these guys be boxing since they was kids. So, you know, you just never know. But it would be an action-packed fight, and it would be a great fight. And for all the people in this chat and on the internet that was running around saying, you know, if Terence Crawford, when I was saying that Terence Crawford should have signed with the PBC, everyone's saying, well, that don't mean he would have fought Errol Spence. You know, well, it's evident as soon as he signed it with them, they trying to make the fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just evident. Bob Arum was in the way. Terence Crawford had to listen to what Bob Arum was saying to him because that's basically who that was his boss. Even though they say the promoter worked for you, it ain't true. So that was his boss. His boss laid out a game plan. He did the same thing that they did with Manny Pacquiao. Said Spence was scared, you know, and they had to run with that for, you know, for validity. And now that that's all over, we see it's all craziness going on, people getting sued and everything. And now once we got over to Al, finally, you know, all the flights to Dubai and stuff, we could have just went to Al already. Fight looks like it's gonna happen if everything pans out. So this is exciting, man. This is exciting. I can't wait to see all these fights that lead up to Undisputed.
Right. Yeah, and I just want to ask y'all, did Bud Crawford sign the MTK Global? Right? I mean, y'all like to tell me, oh, well, such and such said this. Well, let me know when Bud Crawford signed to MTK Global, because that news was announced too, that Bud Crawford was advised by MTK Global. Huh? You don't hear nothing about that no more then. No, huh? I guess. Knockout, man. What you got on this, man?
Man, look. So I feel the energy that you have right now, like being annoyed and shit. And I'm annoyed too, but it's for a completely different reason. Because I don't have y'all sources and shit, and I'm not on the inside of this shit. I'm just a boxing fan who love the sport, who try to analyze the shit the best I can and try to bring people, you know, honest, unbiased content. But I've been hearing every time I would say, look, man, Bud need to go, whether it's a 2-fight deal or a 1-fight deal or go independent, whatever it is, he need to go holler at Al Heyman. He need to go to the PBC, because that's where all the smoke is for him, bro. Like, that's why I respect Tim Tszyu, because whether you think Tim Tszyu is as good as I think he is or not, which I believe Charlo the only one got any real smoke for him at 154. If you disagree with that, that's cool. But what you can't disagree with is that the man really want the smoke, because the man looked at the lay of the land. Because you don't think Top Rank wanted to sign him. You don't think the Zone would love to have Tim Tszyu. But Tim Tszyu said, nah, PBC got all the fighters that I need to fight, bro. They got every 154 pounder of consequence, and that's the weight class I fight in. So that's who I'm signing with. Same thing with Jerome Boutinez. He looked at the lay of the land. Look, I'm at 147. I'm going to probably go up to 154 in a couple of years. PBC run those divisions. So I think I'm big enough that I don't have to sign directly with the PBC. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign with Showtime, who has all the PBC fighters on their network. And that way, it'll be easier for me to get the smoke. So when I was saying, yo, Bud, why don't you take a page out of that book, bro, and do something like that? Because either A, you're going to get the smoke you really been looking for, or your accusations of people ducking you, they actually become credible and they become viable. See, that's what made it so evident that Keith Thurman was ducking Errol Spence, because we were able to see, like, hold on, bro, y'all on the same network and shit. Why you not fighting this dude? There's no excuses. There's no barriers between y'all not fighting. There's no business behind y'all not fighting. Why won't you fight this dude? And people were able to see, oh, nah, bro, he just ducking him. And so if you Bud Crawford, if you go over there, maybe you don't get the fight that you want, but it's looking like he is based on what the homie Key has reported. But at least you either A, get the fights you want, or you expose people. And the reason I'm so annoyed is because the same people that were arguing with me, telling me, oh, well, knockout, bro. Why should he do that? He can't guarantee that those guys are going to fight him. He should just do his own thing. He shouldn't sign to the PBC. I'll be damned if them same motherfuckers ain't now talking about, oh, that's such a great move by Bud. That's so smart by Bud Crawford to go do that and go do the good business and all this shit. I'm like, bro, for real? So what I need for people to do is I don't want no flowers and no shit, but just come into my comment section or something and say, my bad, bro. I was wrong. You was right. That was a good move. That was a smart move. Because now the same people that was shitting on me or telling me I ain't know what the hell I was talking about, that he don't need to do that, or he don't have to do that. He pound for pound, he the 140-pound undisputed champion and shit. They was telling me all this shit. He don't need to go to the PBC. They ain't trying to look out for Bud. They been shitting on Bud. He don't need to go there. All them same people is now running around here talking about how good of a move this is. And that shit drives me crazy because it's dishonest, it's fake as hell, and at least be real enough to admit that you're wrong, bro. That's all I'm saying. So that's my take on it, bro. You know, great job by you, you know, getting the news out there to the people and shit. And you know, we taking it at because it makes sense. I'm taking it at his word, and this is what the man should have been doing all along. I just wish that people wouldn't flip and flop just because somebody is their favorite fighter and, you know, try to keep it real all the time like a lot of the brothers on the panel do. But unfortunately, this is why I rock with y'all and I don't rock with a lot of people, because people be doing fake shit like that, bro. And that's the shit that got me annoyed today. Like when I saw your shit, I went and looked at everybody else shit. I'm like, nah, this motherfucker told me that Bud should go with MTK Global and do his own thing. And this motherfucker over here told me that Bud is the man and he ain't got to go to the PBC. But now you telling me that it's a good move, bro. Right. If you ain't on some whole sucker shit, bro, I don't know what it is. But that's all I got, bro. You can pass to the day because
further news, y'all. The PBC wasn't finna let Bud, but I had told y'all this the whole time, right? And this is coming from Bud. Not. And this is who I talked to is coming from. So I ain't gonna say too much, but the PBC was not going to let Bud Crawford just go over there and independent or wherever y'all was talking about and fight Errol Spence and then dip off. They wasn't gonna do that. They weren't finna take the chance on him like that. So yeah, they was like, nah, it gotta be at least a 2 fight. Gotta be at least 2 fights. But it makes sense because what you do is you go and you fight a Thurman. You know what I'm saying? If it's not Thurman, another big name, right? On the PBC, they get to look at what type of numbers you do under their promotional banner, right? Because right now they're like, okay, well, was it Bud or was it Top Rank how they was promoting him? But now you go over there, they put you on pay-per-view, they get to gauge and see how you do. And then, right, now when the Errol Spence fight come up, now they get to see how much they're gonna pay you, how much you worth for that fight, how much back end you get and all of that. So it makes perfect business sense. They wouldn't just gonna go over there, come out of pocket and take a chance on him, not knowing, you know what I'm saying, if the pay-per-views was gonna sell like that. And now they get to build the fight off of they get to build the fight also, right? They have a fight with him and Keith Thurman, and it builds the fight between him and Errol Spence up. Make perfect business sense. They was never gonna let him come over and just, I'm going straight into an Errol Spence fight and then I'm dipping off. These promoters don't do business like that. Well, Canelo, don't even come on here with that Canelo because he's not Canelo, coach.
I didn't say anything about Canelo, bro.
Coach, I'm playing with you, man.
Fucked up shit.
I'm fucking with you, coach, because you know the little back and forth. The back and forth we had on Friday.
This is the most thing we've been saying this shit for months, months. But my main thing is this: I'm just glad that somebody got to get on their fat ass knees and fat ashy knees and kiss the ring. That's all I got to tell. All of that shit I said before, you was ruining business for that man, and you got to go see them people. You gotta go knock on their door. You have, if you want the big fights, you got to do business with these people one way or the other, or move up, and you still got to deal with them people, and you're not moving to 160. So you got to see them people. Why not be nice? Why not be kind? Why be disrespectful? Why talk shit? Now you got Bernie the Boxer, you got Bomac, and now they got to kiss the ring. You got to get on your fucking knees and lick some balls. That's what you got to do. And the shit, point blank and period, bro. Anybody stop me when I lie. Y'all stop me when I lie. That's good for them motherfuckers because y'all fucking retarded. That's some dumb, stupid shit y'all was doing. And now your man who y'all love and love and love Now he done signed with the PBC. He had to go over there.
And the thing is, y'all, is the thing about it is, hey, man, he was gonna have to. He knew it, man. He was gonna have to. All of that talking that they was doing, that shit wasn't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? That shit wasn't about nothing, bro. All that talking they was doing, that shit was talk. That shit was bullshit talk,
and it was stupid.
And he needs to check Bo-Mac fat ass. He needed to check Bo-Mac fat ass. But they paying him. I'm gonna let y'all know right now is they paying Bud more than he's ever been paid. So he
absolutely.
I was gonna say that, Key. Like that. I was gonna say that, Key. Like they actually saving them from themselves by doing this shit the way that they're telling them to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because him fighting Keith Thurman, that's gonna do big numbers. That's gonna do like real pay-per-view numbers. I really believe because
at minimum it'll be his first pay-per-view that's over 200,000, and that's being conservative.
I
that's
think
being very conservative.
Yep,
you know
conservative.
So.
Yep, because Keith Thurman can sell a fight. They're gonna sell that fight, and then the momentum going in. It's actually
and the PBC
allowing him to make more money going to fight Errol Spence than if he would have just went in there by himself with them raggedy ass numbers they got right now. You know what I'm saying? It's actually helping them out. And
and Drew Tight was happening with it, Big
Kwame,
Drew.
The PBC.
What up, Drew? Salute, Drew.
Salute, Drew. Coach,
you cutting out,
Coach.
Coach, you sound like computer love, bro.
Let Batman get off because Batman he next in the rotation. Batman.
Oh,
yeah, you good?
Oh, OBT before me.
Okay. OTB, OTB, go ahead.
Hey, man. First of all, I don't like neither one of them goddamn fights, man. Salute the Batman, man. Salute Knockout. Salute Kwame Coach, man. But I don't like Danny Garcia, goddamn it, because if he is going to fight Danny Garcia, I told y'all that shit should have happened in 2015 when Danny was still fighting at catch weights and Crawford was just getting his title at the WBO at 140. So I don't know that Keith Thurman offered no more than Danny Garcia. Shit, he ain't beat nobody in forever neither. And he ain't looked impressive. Not to mention it's a blueprint on beating him, which I don't think gonna be hard for Crawford to execute. He's not an active fighter in the ring. So shit, we know that Crawford gonna dictate the pace of this fight. You talking about somebody with a 74-inch arm reach. Shit, that's equivalent to Jamal Charlo. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what the fuck we think Keith Thurman gonna do in this fight. I don't like that shit neither. It just made it look to me like y'all scared of that boy Boots, man. And I wasn't on that bandwagon. Y'all know I ain't want to believe it, but that's what it looked like to me, man. And I ain't saying that I expect him to take that Boots fight coming off a year layoff like he gonna go into this fight. But I don't like Keith Thurman and Bud. I don't like Danny Garcia neither. Shit, I don't want to see him fight nobody but EJ.
Well, you gotta look at business. For business sense for PBC, it don't make business sense to them for him to go straight into an Errol Spence fight because they like, okay, yeah, you motherfuckers is rooting for it, but we got to see if y'all really gonna pay for these pay-per-views.
Shit, we waited 5 years for this shit, bro.
We got
We've been waiting 4-5 years for this shit.
But see, OTB, that's you as a fan talking.
Right.
Numbers matter. Numbers matter. You're not finna go into no business deal. If you have a business, you're not finna go into no business deal blind. You feel me?
We know that this is gonna be the biggest fight in the sport.
Yeah, because
that don't matter though. Niggas is streaming
doesn't
fights.
mean nothing.
No, it ain't even about the streaming. It's about like if let's say Crawford go in there and PBC just let him go straight to Errol Spence and Errol Spence beat the shit out of him. Then they can't make that. They can't make no more money off of him, really, bro. He damaged. But if they go in there and they give him like Keith Thurman, they give him first and assume if he is who people say he is, he should be able to take care of Keith Thurman. Now they get to make money off of him twice, bro. They get to make money off of him with the Keith Thurman shit.
I understand
and they can make money off of the Errol Spence shit, bro.
And then also, y'all, it's like, okay, they go and they put him straight in the fight with Errol Spence, right? In Crawford, he want 13 mil. I'm just putting out a figure. He want 13 mil, and then back in Errol Spence, he want 15 mil in his back end, right? And then the pay-per-view don't even do the numbers to compensate for that, because all these niggas talking about there was the biggest fight in boxing, but you niggas are streaming the fight.
Right.
But y'all was streaming the fight because you have access to stream the fight.
Facts.
Now they didn't lost out on money.
But it's not only that. It's not only that.
Wait, hold on. And they already saw the signs with Bud because he did all these other pay-per-views and he didn't sell.
Right.
So you just gotta have business sense. So for them to put him in the fight, see how he does under their banner, and then build it, and you build it up from there, right? See how many people really gonna buy his pay-per-view if they put him in with another big name like Keith Thurman.
Right.
And then you segue that right over to Errol Spence fight. You build it.
And then as a boxing fan, I don't want the excuses either. Like, let that man get a fight, because based on what I saw in the media workouts, bro, you don't want to go in there. You don't want to go in there with Errol Spence and being out for a whole year, bro. Assuming Spence can take care of Udinese Ugas. So let him get this fight in, bro. Go handle Keith Thurman. You keep up your end. You know what I'm saying? Let Spence keep up his end. And then come November, December, let's get this shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with the fight. If you give me my choice of Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia, bro, it's Keith Thurman all day long. Number one, Danny Garcia, he don't punch enough. Danny Garcia ain't fought since 2020. At least Keith Thurman just fought in like March or some shit, so he's relatively sharp and shit. And Keith Thurman always been better than Danny Garcia. Like I heard the notion that there's a blueprint out to beat Keith Thurman. But shit, there's like 3 blueprints out to beat Danny Garcia. Shit, he lost to Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman. Like, there's blueprint upon blueprint upon blueprint on how to beat his ass. Keith Thurman really only lost to Manny Pacquiao. So I'd rather see that fight. He's always been better than Danny Garcia. He's always been more skilled, more talented. He lets his hands go more. He's much more athletic. So I think that's the better fight. If you only giving me 2 options, I'm very, very happy with Keith Thurman over Danny Garcia. In boots, it's just unrealistic, y'all. It's just not realistic. He's in the IBF title eliminator, bro. He is going to fight whoever the IBF champion is when it's his turn to get his shot. He's not fighting. He's not going the WBO route, bro. That shit's not happening because WBO, Sean Porter was already a mandatory, bro. So even if he tried to go the WBO route, no one would have to fight him until like a year, bro. Until that mandatory is called, and then you get a whole year. So this is the best possible option if we're talking about what's realistic, bro. Boots is not realistic at this point in time, bro. He's just not, fam.
Yeah, and that's what this Keith Thurman fight about to look like. It's gonna look just like Sean Porter.
Hawaiian Punch says in the super chat, he says, "Don't believe anything KO say." I don't know what that's about. Bro.
Nah, Hawaiian Punch is the homie, bro. He just messing with y'all. Yeah, he the homie. He been supporting. Nah, he playing. He playing. He just showing love, bro. He out there. He always shit on me about the Cowboys and all kind of shit, bro.
Okay, salute to my man Hawaiian Punch in that super chat. And then my man 817 said that Keith Thurman mouth is gonna sell the fight, but that's good though, because who you putting light on? You putting light on Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? You putting light on the Errol Spence fight. It's gonna be a huge buildup. What they're doing, right? What they're doing, like I said, we gotta depend on Keith Thurman showing up. First of all, we don't know what's going on with Keith Thurman, right? We gotta depend on Keith Thurman showing up and accepting the fight, but that is the fight that they want to happen, right? Then we gotta depend on Errol Spence beating Ugas, and I believe he gonna beat Ugas, right? I'm very confident that he gonna beat Ugas. But anything can happen in boxing. So
real quick, Keith, real quick to Dundada. Those are unrealistic because they fighting each other. He can't fight Josito Lopez or Cody Crowley because they fighting each other next week, bro. So
yeah. And that's not the another thing is the PBC win either way because Keith Thurman.
Right.
If Keith Thurman win, right. We've been wanting to see that fight for years.
And if Keith Thurman fucked around and beat Crawford, that shit is huge. That's a huge ass fight. So it's a win-win situation doing it like this. You know what I'm saying? You can't lose doing it like this. Just as long as Errol Spence beats Ugas. It's a win-win situation. And my man, Flawless Mentality and BE hosted by Dr. Mark Stearns. Salute to the OG in the building. Yeah, so
Another thing is this: we know for a fact now that we gonna get an undisputed champion at welterweight. We know that.
right.
Regardless if it's Ugas, Keith Thurman, or Terence Crawford, we getting an undisputed champion.
And you gotta get that man his flowers for going across the street, man. Shit, he went across the street. Can't say he ain't go.
Yep.
He went. Nah, man. I ain't giving him no
He
props
didn't
for
have
that
no
shit.
choice to go.
He went.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
nigga went kicking and screaming, man. You know, like he left Top Rank. He wanted to be with them so bad he sued them just so he could have some type of hold on with Bob Arum. He was going to all the events. They were still shitting on PBC, his people on the internet. After he got out of his contract, he flew to Dubai 30 times. He shitted on the black fan base. Nah, he don't. No.
My man,
My man got all the smoke in the world for Crawford.
My man,
All the
A1
smoke.
Hoop Zone, Emmanuel H in the building. What's happening with it? Y'all go sub to my man A1 Hoop Zone in the building.
Emmanuel, what's up,
Playoffs,
bro?
hey, y'all, the playoff NBA playoffs is right around the corner. Emmanuel H's channel is where you need to be. My man Wookie Wook, what's happening? Wookie, I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going down? And my man, who else? Tupac 13, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, so Batman.
Yo.
You ready to cook or you want to go to somebody else?
Nah, bro.
All right.
Man, at the end of the day, he already signed. So him fighting Keith or him going straight into the Earl fight, or it could be him going straight into the Earl fight. If you beat Earl, you could get him and Boots. Is man, but you know, he didn't have it wasn't nowhere for him to go.
Right.
But to the PBC. Where else he was gonna go at? Where else he was gonna make the most money at? I mean, it's a good thing that he hurried up and took his head out his ass and did the job everybody wanted him to do. So at the end of the day, him and Keith Thurman, people say they don't want to see that. Keith Thurman never put on a bad fight that I seen. So and don't act like he just gonna go in there and blow Keith Thurman out, because it's called matchups. All right, Keith Thurman had a good fight with Manny Pacquiao, but he lost. He got hurt to the body, he got dropped. But other than that, Keith Thurman put on a hell of a show. He going there with Keith Thurman. Don't act like Keith ain't one time. Keith can put him on his ass. Everybody, they talking about him going there and dominating all. Keith can fight. No, because Keith been out for the 2-year layoff and then lost to Manny Pacquiao. Don't act like Keith can't fight, man. Because Keith went in there and beat all the shit out Mario Barrios and got hurt one time in the fight. Don't act like Keith can't fight, man.
Right. Keith can fight. And
who was Barrios though? He beat Barrios coming off of Barrios getting knocked the fuck out, bro.
Well, if Keith Thurman,
OTB, but Keith, don't act like Keith can't fight. Don't act like
who the hell Keith beat, bro? He beat
Plus,
Robert Guerrero. This
don't
is
get over there
best
and act like
goddamn
Keith
win.
Thurman can't fight.
Plus OTB.
I ain't saying he can't fight. I'm
Mario
just saying.
Barrios got knocked out by the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, so you know it's no slight to Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no issue there. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman couldn't get it done, bro. You know,
Keith Thurman can fight. You know what I'm saying? He was coming off a 30-something month layoff. He was coming off a 30-something month layoff, and he can fight. He can fight. That is a good fight for Terence. Now, do I think that Keith Thurman can beat Crawford? Fuck no. Hell no. But it's a good-ass fight. And it's going to be fireworks in that fight because Keith Thurman, he can hurt Terence Crawford if he catches him.
Yep.
Who the hell he hurt? He ain't hurt nobody in years.
Cut the bullshit out, OTB. Keith Thurman can crack. Cut the bullshit. Keith Thurman can crack, bro.
He did hurt Mario Barrios. He just ain't put him out of there, bro. But OTB, you all right. He ain't stopped nobody since 2015. But Keith Thurman, bro, he love the lights and shit, bro. Like you put him in a situation like this, he dangerous as hell because he love the lights, he love popping that shit, and he come when you don't expect him to. Like nobody expected him to be in the shape that he was in for Mario Barrios, bro.
Yeah,
now you telling me that he ain't injured, that he gonna be active, and he gonna go right back to another camp and fight like 3 or 4 months later, bro.
What was it? Knockout. What was it? What, 34 months layoff or something like that? Come on,
yeah, bro. 30. It was like 30, 34 months, almost 3 years, bro.
Yeah,
almost 3 years.
Y'all gotta cut it out with the bullshit.
Yeah, he can fight, bro. And we should all be big up in him because he can fight. He does only have one loss to the legend of Manny Pacquiao. That way, if Crawford goes in there and does what a lot of people think he might do to him, then he get his full credit, bro. Then his name get popping even more, and then that makes the fight with Spence even more likely and even bigger. So I'm not gonna call Keith Thurman trash, bro, or that he watched something. Even though I don't think the highest of him, that man can fight, bro. He can fight.
And that too, knockout, because I know Gamboa hurt Crawford. I know motherfucking Mean Machine put him on his ass. So come on, man.
And all that moving around that Keith Thurman do, jumping in and out all awkwardly and shit, taking different angles. He fuck around and jump in with one of them right hands or one of them left hooks. Shit, all right.
But let's not get twisted. Let's not get it twisted, right? What I want to see from Keith Thurman is Keith Thurman should have already been back training. If Keith Thurman is sitting around getting fat again, because we ain't heard nothing from Keith Thurman. And usually when Keith Thurman is training, he gonna let us know on his motherfucking Instagram, right? We ain't seen or heard nothing from Keith Thurman. So if Keith Thurman is been sitting on the fucking couch, you know what I'm saying, getting fat again, he gonna go in there and he not even gonna last long with Bud Crawford. But if Keith Thurman has, if he took his little vacation and then he got right back in the gym and he's continuing to work, that's the Keith Thurman I want to see. But if he going in there off of, you know what I'm saying, and he got to have another fat camp and all, I don't want to see that Keith Thurman.
But I don't
think it's a chance we could see the best version of Keith Thurman for this fight?
If he been in the gym, if he still continue to train.
I don't think he did that, Keith, because at the end of the day, he told Crawford, let me get one fight in, and I'll be to see you. So
hopefully Keith Thurman is training and he's staying ready and he's staying in shape, because like I said, it's a great fight and it's a win-win situation for the PBC. Don't matter who win that fight. They got a big fight with Errol Spence. That's it.
Facts.
And I mean, and as far as Danny Garcia, I don't know what Danny Garcia gonna do. I like to see Danny Garcia and Mikey Garcia. That's a big fight. If Danny Garcia is going to stay at 147 because he wants to move up, but of course, for a big fight, he'll stay at 147. But he won't stay unless it's somebody like Mikey Garcia. I think.
Man,
he said he wants to fight Mikey Garcia. Huh?
I don't even want to. Danny Garcia need to go somewhere and fucking retire. I don't even want to see him fight no more. I don't care nothing about Danny Garcia.
You heard what he said, Coach. He talking like he food right now. He seemed like he already done, bro.
Man, I'm done with Danny Garcia, bro. I didn't never like the way he moved anyway. I never liked the way he moved anyway. I could care less.
You got on it. Danny's only lost to the best. You can't shit on Danny Garcia. He's only lost to the best. He lost to Keith Thurman. Him and Sean Porter was a hell of a fight. That was a close fight.
It was, yeah.
Sean Porter didn't just run through Danny Garcia like that, and he hurt Sean Porter a couple times.
And you see what he's sitting on the side, retired too. He need to be fucking retired.
Hold on. And he fought Errol Spence and he lost to Errol Spence. Put some respect on Danny Garcia's name. It ain't just like this man is losing the bombs and shit.
And he lost to
you can't just shit on Danny Garcia and say the man needs to retire. He's only lost to the best.
I'm not shitting on that. He actually lost and they gifted him the fight against Herrera. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Man, the next thing is
hella old.
The next thing is I don't want to see him fight no more because of the way he moved in the past. Okay, he fought some good fighters. He lost, but I think that he's done. He don't want to fight. He don't want to fight none of the top guys. I don't want to see him fight.
Why
If you
is
don't,
he supposed to want to fight Crawford coming off a layoff in the L? I don't fault him for that.
I do, because you know why? Because that means you get a fucking crack at another world title immediately, motherfucker. That's why.
Who's a world champion that he get? Well, I mean,
You talking about?
man, you gotta respect the man for telling you he don't want to fight him next. Everybody's not Errol Spence.
Man, I don't give a fuck about that. The fighters of old, them bitches fought each other and they wanted to fucking show who the best. They fought for world titles. He's a world title that you need to be fighting if you want another title. He got a fucking world title. And you get another chance at making 2 big ass paydays. If you get past Bud Crawford, you go and fight Errol Spence again to get your revenge. Yes, he's a fucking bitch. I don't want to see that move.
Yeah, because
you tripping, coach. You gotta put respect. Hold on. You when you fight an elite, first of all, we need to get this straight. Everybody ain't Errol Spence, right? But so you gotta put respect on Crawford's name. That's him respecting Crawford, knowing I don't want to get in there with this man off of a year layoff. I mean, a
then
year
you need to quit.
Hold on. Off of a year and a half layoff, or more, almost 2 years. I've been off almost 2 years. I don't want to get in the ring against somebody like Bud Crawford because I respect his skill set to know that I need to be in top form to just jump in there like that. That's all he's saying is, I want to, but not next. I don't have a problem with that.
Why he don't sit in the fucking gym and fucking, why it took him all this time? Bitch, you ain't got injured. Nothing happened to you. He could have fucking called Al and got a fucking tune-up fight. That's bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers patronize bullshit. That's bullshit. He should have fought.
Obviously, his mind ain't right. His mind
and that's why for me, that's why I say he done, because he ain't suffered no injuries and he ain't fought since 2020. Then when you just hear him talk, he's talking about his boxing career in the past tense. That man said, I've already built my legacy.
Go retire.
I've already done that. That's why I don't want to see him fight. Not because I don't respect what he did in the sport, but he already talking like a fighter that if he going there to fight, it's gonna be for a payday and he gonna get his ass whooped. That's why I don't want to fight.
KO, hold on. Let me answer this question real quick. Somebody said, then don't mention his name till you ready. Well, if you listen to the footage I played, he didn't mention Terence Crawford's name. He clearly didn't mention his name. He mentioned Danny Garcia. He mentioned Mikey Garcia. He mentioned Keith Thurman, and he mentioned Kell Brook. And he was asked about Terence Crawford. He only spoke on Terence Crawford when he was asked about Terence Crawford, and he said, well, Terence Crawford is a great fight too because we have history, but I'm not fighting him next. No, I don't want to fight him next.
You think I want to go and see another motherfucker fight? You think I want to see him and fucking Mikey Garcia, who just got his ass whipped by Sandor Martin, and he got 1 foot out of the fucking sport and 1 foot in, and Danny Garcia got 1 foot out of the sport and 1 foot in, and then you got Kell Brook, who fucking got plastered 2 times. I mean, what the fuck? Or 3 times. So, no, I don't want to see Danny Garcia. The shit is not feeling.
Everybody is not at the fucking A level. Everybody is not at A level. It's levels below that, right? You can put them in the ring because they B-level fighters now. Let 2 B-level fighters fight. Everybody can't be at the top level.
Say, bro.
I mean, this is boxing. You understand that? If everybody was fucking A+, come on, man. You know it.
Danny Garcia versus Mikey Garcia is better than Ryan Garcia versus Emmanuel to go.
Right.
Like I watch that shit.
Different levels, bro.
Man, let me tell you something, bro.
He can make it at 154. It ain't a lot of pure boxers.
We got a
lot of big punchers.
This past weekend, we got Sandor Martin versus somebody. Y'all tell me if y'all have ever watched. What's this dude's name, man? Hold on. Do y'all
I
know
forgot the guy
who Jose Felix is? Like, so instead of a card like that, if you tell me I'm getting Danny Garcia versus Mikey Garcia, like, or Danny Garcia versus Kell Brook, I mean, shit, Sign me up.
Fight. Those are solid fights.
Sign me up over the shit that we got last weekend.
Terence Crawford don't mean that ain't solid fights.
You know, this is my thing. This is where y'all get shit messed up with me. I respect the sport of boxing. You understand? I respect the sport of boxing. They don't respect the sport of boxing. They prey on motherfuckers. Once they get a name, they prey on the fucking people to fucking want to see that shit. I am the type of person. I want to see good fights. I want to see the best fights. He named off everybody when you would have an opportunity to, and you've been out long enough, so whatever marks or shit you done got hit with from Errol Spence is done. You should have kept your ass in the ring and you should have stayed active. Because if you got respect for the sport of boxing, that's what you would do. You understand? You would stay in shape and you would stay fucking ready. That's what people do when you're in the sport of boxing. Now, if I don't want to see that motherfucker no more, if you get offered a fight, the PBC did offer him that fight and he turned it down, fuck Danny Garcia. I don't want to see it no more.
Danny Garcia, they didn't offer the fight. They didn't offer.
I don't know. But I don't know what went on behind closed doors.
They didn't offer him the fight. But the thing,
you understand?
That it was just a rumor. But the thing,
that's a world.
The thing is that we can see you just don't like Danny Garcia.
No.
I mean, no. Keep it 100. You just don't like Danny
Garcia. No.
I'm gonna go here with it though.
My thing is this, coach. My thing is this. It ain't that like Danny Garcia. I didn't like the way he moved when he was the world champion. I didn't like the way he moved because only time he fucking decided to fight Errol Spence.
You don't like Danny Garcia. It just say I don't like him. That ain't hard, coach. Just say I don't.
You know what?
Shit, I say that shit about fighters all the time. I don't like. If you don't like him, you don't like him. Just say you don't like him.
But, okay, I don't like him, but I'm giving you reasons why I don't like him. You understand? I'm gonna give you if a motherfucker say, well, coach, why you don't like this motherfucker? I don't like him because of these reasons. Because
that's all the more reason to watch him fight somebody like Kell Brook, coach. He get his ass whooped, coach.
Hey man, I don't care though. I don't care about a motherfucker who don't respect the sport. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying.
I respect motherfuckers. If he was offered the fight, because I don't know his conversation with Al Heyman before all of this shit. But when you're a fucking boxer, either get out the sport or you want to fight the best. Especially when you're on that level. You're supposed to want to fight the fucking best. That's my point.
He's not on that level.
Coaches, he's fought the
best. But you let him the best. You heard that against all he was talking about was motherfucking numbers. Look, with Danny Garcia, without Danny Garcia, you know, the shit and this and that. Man, I don't respect that shit.
Coach, let's rewind it back for a second. He said, right? He was speaking about who he wanted to fight, right? He said he wanted to fight Mikey Garcia.
Nah,
he said he wants to fight Kell Brook. He wants to fight Keith Thurman. He never even said nothing about motherfucking Terence Crawford. They asked him about Terence Crawford. Understand that they asked him about Terence Crawford.
He was
you don't put words in my mouth. You asked me, and then I'll talk about it, but I didn't say Terence Crawford. Y'all asked me about Terence Crawford.
Coach got a good point though.
Coach was talking about was talking about his pay-per-view numbers and he is star.
Right. Coach got a point.
Bitch, if you a star, fight the best, Hulk. I don't want to see you.
I just put a battery back, coach back, but it's true though.
Don't you see no motherfucking Mikey Garcia who got 1 foot out of the fucking fight in business and 1 foot in? Man, fuck that. Bitch, you see you put up all these numbers, Hulk. Fight the best. And it's for a world title. It's a world title. You should be calling out motherfucking Terence Crawford. You lasted, bitch. You lucky you lasted with Errol Spence. Because he wasn't fucking having no strength and conditioning. You lucky you fucking lasted with that fucking man. So you should have a lot of confidence. You went 12 rounds with him and you didn't fucking get stuck. You didn't get dropped. Why not go up in there and fucking fight Bud Crawford for the fucking WBO World Championship? Not just for fucking money, bitch. I don't want you to make a bunch of fucking money on no bullshit ass fights. Fuck that shit. Y'all like that shit. I don't like that shit.
I
Coach,
only wanted to see that shit in 2015
he might have a mic,
at
but
140.
Coach, he might have a Mikey Garcia syndrome.
The
Though. He might
only
really be fucked up after that fight with Earl Spence.
the only part I
He can't go
disagree with
anywhere
you
no more.
on, Coach. The only part I disagree with you is Danny versus Keith or Danny versus Kell Brook. Those ain't bullshit fights. Everything
Man,
else, I feel what you're saying. Those ain't bullshit fights, though, Coach.
Kell Brook is done.
Nah, he looked real good against Amir Khan, and with Danny
It's
Garcia.
Amir Khan.
And then if you tell me that they gonna fight at, if you tell me they gonna fight at 154, if you tell me that they gonna fight at 154, Kell Brook timing is still elite. His jab is still good. He got one of the best 1-2s.
You're about good. He fought good, bro. You ever play Mike Tyson Punch Out? He fought the first.
He was outboxing Terence Crawford until he got stopped, bro. He only got stopped by Earl Spence, Terence Crawford, and Triple G, bro. Like, let's stop acting like Kell Brook ain't good, bro.
No, he got stopped by Breeders Prescott. He got stopped by Danny.
I'm talking about Amir Khan.
Oh, I'm talking about Kell Brook, though.
Yeah, I'm not talking.
He ain't a good fighter to you. He on the same level as Danny Garcia.
I think that he's done. I think he's a done, bro. I think that's what he is. He's done, bro. He half jab knocked him in the ropes from Bud Crawford. A half jab, bro. It was a half jab, bro. Look at
Crawford caught him with some shit he didn't see, bro.
Bro, it was
he didn't have his trainer. His trainer refused to come train him, bro. He trained himself for that fight.
Because his trainer said
his trainer know that he's a done fighter. That's why. And his
why did he train him in his very next fight then?
Because you
fighting Glass Joe. That's why. It's a big event.
Nah, his trainer said he ain't trained him because he wasn't gonna make the waiting time, man.
Right, and that was
he did make the weight in time, which actually made him weight drain. He looked like Skeletor, bro.
Right, and
come on, dog. He looked like his face was. He looked like he took a diet, but he only took a diet in his face, bro.
Right, but people know in boxing though, like if you can't really make weight, or if you weight drain that, fuck with your punch resistance. So I mean, he's not even a 147 fighter, to be honest.
We gotta define what done is, bro. Is done like done as a champion, as a world champion? Yeah, he done as that shit. But done fighting somebody like Danny Garcia? Hell no, he ain't done. Done fighting somebody like Conor Ben? Nah, he ain't done.
Bro, he done at 147. Kell Brook didn't belong at 147. He fought Amir Khan at a catchweight at 149, and that was probably more so for Amir Khan to take.
Danny said he was moving up to 154 anyway. That's a great fight for both of them at 154.
Man, Danny not moving up to 154.
I think it's a good fight at 154, but I think it's because both of them niggas is done. I mean, they on the downside of their career. And Danny Garcia, I mean, his skill set was already pretty limited, right? Al Heyman did him a favor, getting him a vacant belt and a vacant title. His skill set already limited. So now that he done took a beating,
my definition of done is just like, I don't never want to see you again. You ain't got shit to offer the sport. They ain't done in that regard. They done at the top level, at the elite level. But you put a card together, just like we all sat down. Everybody was talking about, oh man, ain't nobody trying to watch Kell Brook and Amir Khan. As that fight got closer and closer, what happened? That shit was huge. Everybody wanted to see that shit.
But they gotta do it.
At 154 for Danny Garcia.
That gotta do with the fact that they fought in England. That's a long time beef. That's why that shit did what it did. That fight was whack. Everyone know it was two washed up niggas fighting each other. One of the washed up niggas had zero chin, right? And when it come to Kell Brook, it's like, let's go to Danny Garcia. The nigga ain't beat nobody good at 147. He been here for how many years? Why the fuck do we want to see him fight someone at 154 when he can't even get a decent win at 147? Like, he's, to me, at welterweight, Danny Garcia is done. He's lost every step of fight.
And Keith Thurman not.
Can I
Keith Thurman not?
No, Keith Thurman not. He got, how you done? You got one loss.
Can I say this?
What did he do at 147 though?
Keith Thurman.
Keith Thurman unified at 147.
And then took the 2 years off and then ain't did shit since. That was 5 years ago.
Outside the box, he not done at 147.
He ain't done at 147 though. Danny is because he lost to every good fighter at 147 that he fought. Down to Sean Porter, every single one of them.
So y'all saying he done at 147. I'm saying he should fight Kell Brook at 154. Y'all still telling me hell no. I'm confused.
He can't fight him at 154 knockout. But again, he fighting another done nigga at 154.
Meanwhile, Danny Garcia is supposed to be done and he shouldn't fight no more. But Adrian Broner, they reporting his ass about to come back in July. That's who done.
That nigga done. We know he done too.
That's who done. Like Danny Garcia got much more left in the tank than his ass, bro.
Can I say this? Can I say this?
Nah, bro, these facts. Like it ain't no.
That nigga AB is washed up. He's done. Like y'all don't want to talk about
done, bro.
Yeah, AB is done.
Yeah. You put Adrian Broner in there with Kell Brook, he gets stopped.
That
nigga Danny Garcia is competitive.
Tie AB shoes in this prime, man.
Hey, AB can't be the motherfucking journeyman right now.
Can I say this?
AB should have stayed his ass at 130.
Man, bro, we don't want to see everybody in the chat. So we don't want to see Kell Brook and Danny Garcia, but oh man, AB coming back. Let's see with that shit, bro.
I don't want to see it.
Danny Garcia cannot be a main event, man.
General Law. That's what I'm talking about, General Law. So if you lose to top competition, you'll retire. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, bro, you
lost.
But y'all just said AB done. He ain't lost to nobody that wasn't the champ.
AB is done.
He ain't lost to no champion.
Bro, if dudes retire when they lose to the best, we ain't never gonna get no comeback stories. We ain't gonna never get no unlikely champions. We ain't gonna get no great sports stories if dudes just quit.
If that's what you want to do, if you wanted a comeback story, you could immediately go and fight for the WBO belt. I don't want to hear that shit. He's a fucking bum. He's scared. He don't want to fuck with Terence.
Danny Garcia is.
Hold on. Back to what Knockout was saying, right? Y'all niggas in here talking about, AB coming back, but you're telling me Danny Garcia needs to
nobody say
AB. You want to see? No, I'm not talking
now
about that, man. Hold on. Hold on. You want to see a man that gonna throw two punches around,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Two punches around, and the man that got beat by a fucking Javante Santiago got his ass beat and threw two punches around. You want to see that? I don't want to see that shit. That's
over a man who when he lost to Earl Spence, when he lost to Keith Thurman, when he lost to Sean Porter, those are all great fights, bro.
All of
them hoes was entertaining as shit. And we ain't got no room in the sport for somebody like that. But we got room.
I disagree.
Danny Garcia would put AB dick in the dirt.
I don't feel like Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia was an entertaining fight because it was Danny Garcia. It was entertaining because it was Errol Spence comeback fight. But
beating his ass too.
And I can't, to be honest, like, because I watch all Earl Spence fights and I watched them multiple times to break them down. That's one fight I don't watch because it wasn't really that entertaining.
It wasn't competitive.
Yeah, I think the moment of him coming back and everyone anticipating this was Earl comeback, but the fight wasn't even entertaining because Danny Garcia barely threw punches in that fight too. And it gets old with Danny. That's his style, and I get it. But it gets old watching a guy who only counter punches. You're gonna see the same type of fight out of him every fight. And when he's fought good elite fighters or really good fighters, he has no game plan to change up, and he loses the same exact single way. Me personally, I think Danny Garcia is done at 147.
You wrong, Kwame, because in the Sean Porter fight, he looked good in that Sean Porter fight. He fought his ass off in that Sean Porter fight.
Man, how many years ago that was?
It was shit. I mean, a couple fights ago for him.
Man, we big up and Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman can fight, but he done had 2 fights in 4 years and shit. Ain't stopped nobody since 2015. But we want shit on Danny Garcia, who's been more active, who's fought the best, just like Keith Thurman, and we big up Sean Porter, who basically got the same. Sean Porter got the same goddamn resume that Danny Garcia got. The same one, bro. The same. The shit look exactly the same.
That man lost
Knockout.
We don't want to see him fight no more.
They the same.
Nah.
Where he at
on the
right
same
now, knockout?
level right now.
Where he at right now?
Where who at?
That man lost
Show
to a 75% fighter, knockout.
He retired, bro.
Exactly.
He
Exactly.
retired. But that was by his choice,
Exactly.
not because he ain't got no more good fights in him.
So what would y'all say
retired,
Manny
bro.
Pacquiao was when Keith Thurman beat him? That was 100% Manny?
Nah, he was coming off of a 2-year layoff. Hell no, and he was over 40. There's no way in hell you can say
It's
that
the
was
same
100%
shit,
Manny.
different toilet paper.
No, that was Manny who didn't take VADA testing, and we got to see Manny's age when he had to take it
I
against
think we
Spence.
got to separate the difference between Keith Thurman being a better opponent for Terence Crawford at this point in their careers versus since Keith Thurman is a better opponent for Terence Crawford, that means Danny Garcia ain't shit. That shit's a fallacy to me, bro.
Nobody said Danny Garcia ain't shit. I say
y'all
that.
talking about y'all don't want to see him fight again, and he ain't gonna never.
Yeah, 147 because he can't beat nobody.
Every big fight,
he would have a chance to beat
he
Kell
lost
Brooks.
Keith Thurman.
He would have a chance to beat Kell Brooks. He would have a chance to beat
Robert
Conor Ben.
Guerrero.
There are fights
Man, who
for Danny
cares?
Garcia where he would have a shot, bro.
Bruh, I don't know if you got a shot at a world title, but instead you say no, I want to fight Mikey Garcia, a smaller guy, number one, a guy who fucking lost his last fight, a guy who walk around extra heavy and not in shape, who going in and having fat camp, or Kell Brook, who been stopped 3 times, and he fought a mere garbage ass Khan in his last fight and won. And we don't even know if he gonna ever fight again. He made a big payday on that because that's a fucking years
I
of
put it in the
robbery.
probably catch y'all. I'm gonna hop off, but Key, I'm gonna come back if y'all still on in 30 minutes. I gotta run and do something real quick.
Years of rivalry, right? It's years of rivalry that they finally came to fruition, and 2 old niggas got up in there and fucking fought. And of course, Glass Joe lost, like everyone knew he would, and he made a big payday. And that's all Danny Garcia is doing. He's trying to sustain his lifestyle. He's trying to sustain his lifestyle by getting paid. And he pretty much stated the shit when he said that, look at the numbers and all of this bullshit. Motherfucker, you have a shot if you had a shot to fight Terence Crawford for the world title and some get back at Errol Spence, you would take that opportunity. But no, you want to fight lesser opponents. Fuck that. I don't want to see that shit.
I agree with you, Coach.
Wookie Woo. I think you probably got in here late, bro. I broke down. I already cleared that shit up and let everybody know that Danny Garcia ain't fighting. He's not fighting Terence Crawford. So we're not even talking about, you know what I'm saying, which fight is better. We're talking about who we want to see Danny Garcia in the ring now that we know that he's not fighting Terence Crawford. So that's what we're talking about.
I mean, Kell Brook would be a good fight. But that says a lot because I really believe Kell Brook is a broken, washed-up fighter. So and that says a lot of what I see about Danny Garcia because he doesn't beat at 147. He lost anyone who was a good fighter. He lost to them at 147. So he don't have no real win at 147. So why I don't want to see him at 147 anymore. I could care less who he fight.
And y'all get the likes up. Y'all hit my like button. It's a lot of y'all in the building that ain't hit the like button. Smash on the like button, y'all.
And salute to you, Coach, because you brought up a real good point with what you said. And Danny Garcia is spoiled. It's because of Al Heyman. Because the way Al Heyman has his fighters set up, you know, Danny Garcia like he do numbers and he could go out there and fight someone and get a payday. And you right about that. See, like if he was with one of these other motherfuckers like Bob Arum or somebody like that, that type of shit wouldn't happen, and he would have to take that. He would have to take a fight that was presented to him like a Terence Crawford if it was presented to him, or he get put on the fucking shelf.
Well, you gotta get Danny his flowers
I agree
too.
with what you're saying.
You gotta get Danny his flyers too, man. He built that house. He deserved it.
Yeah,
he built that house. Lamont Peterson. Right. Yeah, I mean, we could go back. Zab Judah. Danny Garcia built that house.
You're right. I ain't gonna disagree with you on that, OTV. You right.
Them should be that. What's his name? The fight he lost and Lamont should be a loss on his record.
Herrera and Lamont.
Well, I agree with you there, Bat. I ain't saying that he ain't lose that fight with Lamont Peterson. Shit, I think he was running from Bud, even taking that damn fight. If you thought
he got a
he was
gift
fighting
against her.
that cat
He got a
face,
gift
your
against
ass
her
could have
too.
made it down to
Herrera beat his ass.
140. He could have made it down to 140 and fought Bud, man, at 140 before Bud made it undisputed at that division, man. But we know what happened with them two before, so we know what the hell he running from in Bud or was running from in 2015 from Bud. So now I don't entertain that shit.
I just don't think that, you know what I'm saying, Danny Garcia at the point to where I'm like, I don't want to see him in the ring no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still fights out there that's good fights, good entertaining fights that he could be in. I don't want to see him in the ring with no Terence Crawford. I don't want to see him in the ring with not coming off no damn near 2-year layoff. I don't. You know
I don't either.
like
I think that like
at the end of the day,
Julian Williams would be a good fight for him in Philly. Go ahead, Bat.
I was like, at the end of the day, shit, y'all look at Terence Crawford fight fucking Amir Khan, Kell Brook, motherfucking Jose Benavidez. Why not? The fuck?
Sean Porter
because
too.
If you have a Keith
and we
Thurman,
asking him to fight
because if you have a Keith Thurman make way more sense.
Right.
It make more sense. Exactly. But I'm just saying. Only thing I'm saying is I don't want to see. I didn't like it when Bud fought those guys that he fought. I didn't like that shit either. I didn't like none of that shit.
Nah,
if you were supposed to be this bad elite ass fighter, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you fight no fucking fights that we know who the outcome of the fight. I don't want to see that. That's just me. I don't care to look at that shit. It's not impressive. It does nothing for you. It does nothing for the sport as far as, okay, people get to see you beat up on somebody. Man, come on, man. I don't want to see that shit. I want to see competitive fight.
That's going to help us sell the biggest fight of our generation.
No, I'm not talking about Keith Thurman. I'm talking about when we were still talking about Danny Garcia.
I'm saying it ain't no difference, Coach.
It is a difference. It is a difference because the difference is this. Keith Thurman is held 2 belts, so he was a unified champion. Number one, he only lost 1 fight. Danny Garcia have been beat by all of the top guys. All of them.
And what top guys did Keith Thurman fight?
Danny Garcia and Sean Porter when they were young.
Danny Garcia ain't beat nobody on that level, so he ain't no top fighter.
Yeah, but at the point that they fought, though, you got to remember he was highly decorated coming from 140. He fought like 1 fight and then a title eliminator. So it was a different Danny Garcia. Matter of fact, he was undefeated, wasn't he, Keon? When he fought Thurman, he was undefeated.
Yeah, he was undefeated.
Yeah, he was undefeated. So we can't really, like super shit on like who did Keith Thurman beat, because at that time the top 3 welterweights, by perception was Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, and Sean Porter, and Earl Spence was a contender coming up. So
I think that Danny Garcia's biggest issue is his discipline. You know what I'm saying? We see Danny Garcia gets big. I've seen Danny Garcia several times in person, been right next to him, and he get big in weight. You know what I'm saying? We see him post videos. He get big in weight. So his discipline is not there. And one thing that a lot of these fighters need to take in is, like Errol Spence said. Errol Spence said, I had to realize that boxing is a all year round sport. It's all year round. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? And Danny Garcia is doing the same thing that a lot of these fighters do. They don't look at it like that. They'll sit on the motherfucking couch for 6 months and then get up and decide to start training. That's not how
at the end of the day, these niggas human, Keith. Man, they want to eat that ice cream. They want to eat them snacks they used to eating. They want to fuck these bitches. Listen, man, it's hard as shit to be one of them niggas, man.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. And I'm about to wrap this up, right? And my man, Uppercuts Boxing Nation, salute. He says, other than Spence, he says, other than Spence beat down, Danny, other losses were all split decisions. That's a fact. They was all split decisions.
They was competitive, but he lost to a 75% of 65% Spence.
But like I said, man, at the end of the day, I still think that it's fights, you know what I'm saying, exciting fights that he can make. I don't want to see him in the ring with no Bud Crawford coming off a year and a half, almost 2-year layoff. I mean, shit. I ain't hate no Danny. Danny fought the best. He lost to him, and that's just what it is. But he still fought the best in his division.
I said he can go on. He can go on somebody. He can be a co-main event, most definitely.
Yeah. So let's get ready to wrap this up, man. And before I wrap, I just gotta say this: that nigga with the shag is back. I'm gonna be cooking on that and a whole bunch of other things. You know what I'm saying? This week we still got a lot more boxing to talk about. But I just wanted to get this shit out of the way because a lot of people was confused about this situation. But I'm gonna go around the panel, get ready to wrap it up, and get y'all last words. Who came in? Y'all can just shoot.
I think I came first. Go ahead, Coach.
Go ahead. I'm going to feed, and me and my wife going to eat. So y'all brothers be cool. I don't want to see Danny Garcia unless he's gonna fight somebody that's a contender. I don't want to see it.
He'll fight David.
Yeah. Love y'all brothers, man. Y'all be easy.
Salute you, Coach.
Much love, Coach. OTB.
My bad, I was muted, man.
Let everybody know where to find you at. Let me get your
man. Word. You catch me at OTB Boxing Class 1-on-1. Everybody go check out that Erickson Lubin film I just dropped, man. Got some good work in there. But yeah, man, y'all know we gonna continue to cook on it, man. I can't for the life of me look at Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman no different. To me, Keith Thurman's career gonna be known by him not fighting Errol Spence in that time when he took that 2-year layoff when he wanted all of that smoke. But then I can't say that Errol Spence coming off a car wreck is no different than Manny Pacquiao on his way out the door. So them two are the same level people, and I'm not impressed by neither one of them contenders or neither one of them fights for Errol or Bud or even Boots Ennis for that matter. I wouldn't want to see that neither because I just feel like he gonna walk them out the ring, and I feel like all of them fighters is 2 fights from being walked out. Danny Garcia, I feel like he could fight like Julian Williams, just a few 154, a few in between fights that he can make. Like Bat say, I agree with that. He ain't no main event no more. You don't bring them numbers no more. But I do encourage everybody to go and look at Danny's resume because Danny got a hell of a resume, man. He got some quality wins, especially at 140 and on his way up to 47. But I'll close out on that, man. Good show. Salute the panel. Salute the guys, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all hit the like button if y'all ain't hit the like button. Batman, let me get your closing statements real quick.
Man, it's a hell of a year of boxing, man. You got 3 undisputed fights. You understand? Errol Spence, Earl might be fighting for undisputed at the end of the year with Terence Bud Crawford. Then you got Lord Devin, the Dream Haney, fighting George Cambosa, June 5th. Go Devin. Motherfucking who else? We got Jamal.
Charlo.
Huh?
Jamel.
Yeah, Jamel. We got Jamel and Castano. May 14th, man.
And we might get Usyk and Fury too later on this year.
You say we get who?
Yeah. We might get Usyk and Fury later on this year too.
Usyk and Fury? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Fury got to fight. Usyk finna fight Joshua. I know he gonna beat the shit out of Joshua. I'm thinking so. We might get that fight for undisputed.
Oh, the war over?
No, Usyk. He got a clearance to go train for the fight.
Oh, all right, cool, man.
Joshua, yeah.
God damn, we got a hell of a. It's a super boxing year, man.
Yeah, it's a great year to be a boxing fan, boy.
Most definitely, man. But man, it's great to share the panel with you guys, man. That's all I had to say, Keith, man.
Yes, sir. And Kwame, man, before we get up out of here, man, let me get your last word and let them know when you gonna be going live and where to find you at.
Yeah, so you guys, can find me at Loyal to the Game Boxing. I'm not sure when I'm going live yet. I'm working on some things. I'm like working on getting another co-host or whatever. But it's very possible it could be back this week. Salute to the chat. Always salute to the panel. You guys are my brothers. I love you guys, man. And
No,
Yeah,
you so.
I just say that I'm just happy that this is coming into fruition and it's going in the direction that it's going. Uh, Terence Crawford, I mean, they could have just saved a lot of time by just listening to me, at the end of the day instead of Bomac, because apparently I knew what I was talking about. Because all you had to do was just go check Al, and it was going to happen, man. So I'm glad they got out of their own way, and we going to get a fight for undisputed if everything goes correctly, man. And I'm excited to see Keith Thurman versus Terence Crawford. I like the whole build up and everything like that. So. We'll see, man. We'll see how it all plays out. But as I said, salute to the chat, salute to the panel, and on the key.
Hey, Kwame, hit me up, man. We
Yes,
might
sir.
could do something on that co-host set.
Okay.
Talk some
I got
schedules, man.
I got you. How do I get in contact with you?
Key got my email, man. I'm about to put it in the chat though. So
All right, throw it up
I'm
in
about
there.
to
I
put it
got
in a
you.
private joint.
Chat real quick.
Yeah, I'm about to put it in a private joint.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Uppercuts Boxing Nation, man, great work out there, brother. Great work. Continue the great work. And yeah. Everybody that came through, make sure that y'all hit the like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, I appreciate everybody that came through. We got a hell of a week coming up, weekend of boxing coming up. A lot of more boxing talk. You know what I'm saying? Some fire shows the rest of the week. And y'all already know how I do. I appreciate everybody for coming through. And there you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all. Smooth Groove, happy birthday.